Hi, boys and girls. This is Mr. Lane. Today we're going to talk about how to do the color wheel. On Focus, there should be a file right now that when you slide over to the right-hand side of the screen should be this color wheel worksheet.psd. When you click and download it, you're going to go to Photopea and you're going to open it in Photopea. When you open it in Photopea, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, right over here to where our new layer is. We're going to click on it. We're going to come up to where it says layer 2. We will double click, and then from there, we're going to go and call it colors. So I'm going to call this colors. Press enter. After we have our layer, we call it colors. What we're going to do is we're going to go look to see what color we're going to fill in. I may want to start with a color like orange, right? But when I start with orange, I need to know the hex code. Why do I need to know the hex code? The hex code helps us find a specific color and to use that code elsewhere and get the specific color. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go open a new tab and go to Google. And in Google, I'm going to click, I'm going to type in something like hex code and the color orange, because that's the first one I want to find. And when I get to Google, I'm looking for something like this. It'll be a hashtag. It'll have either letters A through F or the numbers 0 through 9. In this case, for the color orange, we're looking for FFA500. Once we find this number, we can either copy it or we can go back into Photopea already. We're going to come over here to our color picker. And in our color picker, using the top one, we're going to pull it up, and we're going to go to this section right here. Notice that there's a hashtag next to this 000000. We're going to click inside of that box, and inside of this box, we're going to put the number that we found. So in this case, FFA500. It doesn't matter if the letters are uppercase or lowercase, but regardless, so long as you have the right letters and numbers, once you have them in, you're going to press enter. Notice that after I press enter, it changed my top color to orange. And because it got changed to orange, I can go ahead and press OK. Now that I press OK, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to find my orange area. And in this orange area, I'm going to press B for my brush. And with my brush, I'm going to click one time. I'm going to move my mouse. I'm going to hold Shift and click again. Once again, I click, I move my mouse, I hold Shift, and I click again. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click and I'm going to go follow the border and go around all of my orange area. Now, when going around my border, because this is an enclosed area, I'm going to press the letter G. But notice that when I press the letter G, I have the gradient. What I really need is the paint bucket. So in other words, I need to press Shift G, or I can press and hold down. And when I hold down the gradient tool, I should get my paint bucket. And with my paint bucket, I can come back and I can fill my box. I'm going to click twice so I can get rid of this like white outline. But when I do, it should fill in the box nicely. And with that, I'm almost done. I say I'm almost done because notice that even though we fill this in, we can't really see the word or the lines that we've created. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go back over here to where my layer styles is, or my layer selection. I forget what this is called, but essentially I'm going to click down and I want to look for the word multiply. Why am I looking for multiply? Because once I click on multiply, notice that I can now see the words that were underneath. So from here, you're going to go and you're going to fill this in and do this all around the color wheel. That's part one. When you save part one, there's one last step. Notice that this is called Color Wheel Worksheet, but your name isn't on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to double click, and in this box, we're going to make sure that we put our name on this. I'm going to go over here to the end, and I'm going to put my name where it's my first initial, last name. And now that I've added that, I'm going to tell it OK. And then when I'm done, I'm going to save it. And when I save it, hopefully you remember, you're going to go to File,